Happy October. We're finally at the best time of the year. Cool weather, colorful trees, spooks around every corner, and some of our favorite Halloween specials are coming back to the small screens. We all had our favorite cartoon channels. You were either a Disney kid, Cartoon Network kid, or Nickelodeon kid. Or if you were me, you were a whatever satiated your bored child brain kid. Or you just didn't fucking care what channel was on. So to begin the month, I thought we would go over some of the classic Nickelodeon Halloween specials. So let's start off with the channel's flagship cartoon, SpongeBob. SpongeBob had some iconic specials for the holidays, and that is true for Halloween. We got two here today, Scaredy Pants and The Legend of Boo-Kini Bottom. I'm going to start with Boo-Kini Bottom, because in my opinion, Scaredy Pants is more iconic for the season. Boo-Kini Bottom follows the premise of Halloween arriving to Bikini Bottom, and everyone was gearing up for it. SpongeBob, however, isn't a fan of being scared, so Patrick suggests instead of viewing it as scary, they should view it as funny, so they go around laughing it up, which angers the Flying Dutchman, who loves terror over laughter. They then have to outscare him to save their friends whose souls have been stolen by the Dutchman. But now on to the best SpongeBob Halloween special, Scaredy Pants. Scaredy Pants is the first Halloween special SpongeBob had aired in 1999, and its sister episode, I'm a Teenage Snail, where it's a play on werewolves where SpongeBob accidentally gets injected with snail medicine and begins to turn into a snail. Scaredy Pants, however, is a Halloween episode due to it taking place on Halloween, and is about how SpongeBob is sick of being easily scared by things. But maybe he should take some advice from me. SpongeBob, with the help of Patrick, decides to try and scare people by dressing up as the famous Flying Dutchman. That seems like it's going to be annoying. The only issue is, due to SpongeBob's square shape, he looks less like a ghost and more like a
haunted mattress.
Thanks, kid. So SpongeBob has Patrick shave him more into a ghost shape, and he completes his task. I never understood that the whole Krusty Krab was terrified until they realized it was SpongeBob. And then they went, better luck next time, SpongeBob. You didn't fool us. Fucking hypocrite. Acknowledge his scare. He earned it. But then the real Flying Dutchman, God damn it, appears and is furious. He hates when people dress up as him for Halloween. They never get him right in his eyes. But SpongeBob is the worst he's ever seen, so he's about to take his soul when he removes the sheet, and we immediately see the Flying Dutchman, fuck me, fly away in terror when it's revealed Patrick got the shape of a ghost by shaving SpongeBob down so much he exposed his brain. But before we say the FD name again, let's move on to another cartoon. How about Jimmy Neutron? Nightmare in Retroville is the 8th episode in Season 2 where Jimmy turns Carl and Sheen into real monsters. Carl and Sheen would then turn Sydney and Libby into vampires and werewolves, and Jimmy's dad, Hugh, would accidentally turn himself into Frankenstein. The residents of Retroville would then decide to form an angry mob led by Mrs. Fowl and Sammy, which they would hunt down the monsters. Jimmy would then turn himself into a giant octopus to save the five and turn them back to normal. I always had one specific scene in my mind that I'll think of periodically from when I watch this, and it's the scene where Goddard and Jimmy get cornered by Libby and Sheen as werewolves, and they're about to pounce on Jimmy and Goddard, but then they look behind him, like growl, and then run away. And then Jimmy and Goddard turn around and see that it is a silverware store because it was silver. Don't ask me why I think about it sometimes. Time to wrap things up with a Nickelodeon film that was released in 2010 for Halloween that year, The Boy Who Cried Werewolf. Werewolves. Why did it have to be werewolves? The story follows Jordan Sands, a nerdy, unpopular, unattractive girl who's allergic to dogs, played by Victoria Justice. Why do studios do the whole, we want them unattractive for like the first half, and then we want them attractive, so we're gonna get an attractive actor or actress to play the character? Especially Nick. Like, who was running Nick at the time? Never mind, I remember. Jordan's dad, David, takes her and her brother Hunter, who's obsessed with horror characters, to this mansion in Romania that was willed to them by their distant relative, Dragomir Drakovic. And their dad wants to sell it because they fell on hard times financially. However, secrets are revealed when Jordan and Hunter find a weird lab, and after getting spooked, they knock over a vial of blood, and Jordan steps on, getting the blood-covered glass in her foot. There it is, that confirmed it. Jordan gets infected from the blood and begins to change because the blood belonged to a werewolf. It's a decent movie for being a made-for-TV film, so I don't want to spoil the twists in the film. Yeah, that's just some Halloween specials that Nickelodeon has. I have a whole list of Halloween specials. Maybe I can, I'll share the entire list that I've kind of figured out through research. Obviously, I might talk about more in the years to come in that, but I didn't want to make this huge video when I have multiple more videos to make. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to become a time traveler today. Links to all my social media in the description below, as well as the Helios brand website. I don't know why I was confused about it. It's my own merch. I mean, I have shirts. You'll see me wearing some throughout the you probably have already seen me wearing some already in the gaming videos. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Until next video, see you in the future. Bye guys.